Hello, my sweet besties. Welcome back to the Lucy Chronicles. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lucy, and today I am finally doing the Girl Scout Cookie book tag. So the brains and beauty behind this tag belong to Melinda over at A Web of Stories. I will link her original video down below. Please go check it out. She talks all about like the inspiration behind the tag, how she came up with all of the prompts, kind of her connection to the Girl Scouts and like the history of the Girl Scout cookie and all of that. It's just really fascinating. Please go bless her with a sub. I was tagged by the beautiful and talented Celestia. I will link her Girl Scout cookie tag video down in the description as well. Go bless Celestia with a sub. Okay, let's move on to the tag. So this tag consists of 8 different prompts, and they're all based off of a Girl Scout cookie. And as I was looking over them, I realized very quickly that I don't eat enough Girl Scout cookies, apparently, because I have not had hardly any of these. The first cookie is a trefoil that we're gonna talk about. Trefoils, I had no idea what they were, but I learned from Melinda's video that these are the original classic Girl Scout cookie. Like, they're the first ones ever made. And I've actually had these. These are one of the very few on this list that I've actually had. And they are delicious. Can I just tell you? They are this buttery, delicious, melt in your mouth shortbread cookie. It's so delicious, dipped in coffee. Oh, you guys, if you haven't had a trefoil, you need to get your hands on a box of these because they are so good. Another way to eat them is to like crumble a bunch up on top of like a couple scoops of vanilla ice cream. It's so good. It's so good with a little bit of caramel drizzle. Oh, it's so good. The trefoil, yes, 100% a classic. So for this, we need to share a classic novel that you love. So I was originally going to share Little Women because I love Little Women. It's very, very near and dear to my heart. But that is the book that Melinda talked about for this prompt in her video. I did not want to copy her, so I decided to go with something different. That is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. So if you don't know what this story is about, we have 2 main storylines in this book. We have the story of Anna Karenina, the namesake of the novel. She is a countess in high Russian society in the 1870s. And she is married to a count, obviously, and she has an affair. And not only does she have an affair, she chooses to leave her husband and her child to go be with this man. And this is back when it was like very taboo to have an affair. Like, divorce was like, you're out of society, like you're exiled. The reason I find that particular story so beautiful is Leo Tolstoy is so talented because he is able to make you, the reader, actually care about Anna, even though she is a wretched, wretched woman. How much talent do you have to convince an entire audience that this wretched, wretched woman is the victim? That's just pure talent right there. That's pure talent, okay? Yes, the storyline is depressing. Yes, it's dark. Yes, it's sad. If you know, you know. But there is a subplot, you guys. I wouldn't even call it a subplot because I do think that he's our second protagonist, Anna Karenina, who's our female protagonist, and then we have Konstantin Levin, who is our male protagonist. And there's like this map, this like character map on Google that explains how all these characters are connected. I do believe that Anna and Konstantin are like connected by Anna's brother, because I think Anna's brother is best friends with Levin. Anyway, Levin's love story is the second plot in this book, and it is so good. It's so cute, you guys. It is like the ray of sunshine in this very dark, deep, depressing book. But yes, I selected Anna Karenina for this first book, or this first cookie, because it is a classic novel that I love. You have to commit though. This book took me 6 months to read. And it was tough. It's tough. It's Russian translated into English, so it is very, very tough read. I would say it's worth it though. Anyway, I digress. Oh, by the way, Melinda said that she chose Little Women because she thinks that the girls, the sisters, would have been Girl Scouts. I tell you right now, Anna would not have been a Girl Scout. 100%, she would not have been a Girl Scout. So fun. Okay, second cookie are Lemon Ups. This is one that I haven't had, which is really sad because I love lemon cookies. For this one, we need to share a book you find inspiring. Redemption by Karen Kingsbury. This is Christian. It's contemporary. It's definitely drama. There's some family stuff in here, but this is about the Baxter family. I've talked about them on my channel before, I believe. This book I read 20 years ago when I was single and really struggling in my walk with the Lord. And this book literally restored my faith in the Lord. I know that reading it as a 40-something married woman is not gonna affect me the same way that it did as a 20-something single woman. But I wanted to talk about it because this book is so inspiring. So in this story, we follow Carrie, who is married to Tim, and she finds out that he is having an affair. You see a running theme here with the books I'm talking about. Everyone's cheating. I'm sorry, that's not intentional, but Carrie finds out that her husband is having an affair with one of his students and that he actually wants a divorce. Just follows Carrie's response to this, and let's just say her reaction is very atypical. Like, me especially, if I found out my husband was cheating on me, I would not have the same response that Carrie did. Let's just say that. This is a beautiful, inspiring story that will rip out your heart. It will. And it'll make you feel things, and it will make you question the way you see forgiveness and the way you forgive other people. It's so powerful. Okay, the third cookies are s'mores. And I 100% have not had these because I love s'mores. I would know if I had had a s'more or not. But anyway, for the s'mores cookie, we need to share a comforting book. And so for me, that is the Babysitter's Club. Any of these books are comfort reads to me. This is my childhood. This is my adolescence right here in a book. I love these characters. I wanted to be part of this club so badly. Yes. So if you don't know what the Babysitter's Club is about, essentially we follow 4 friends who are in middle school. So these are middle grade books, and they start a babysitting business. It's just so wholesome and so nostalgic and comforting. They're just so good, and like now that I'm talking about them, it really makes me want to read these again. But yes. Fourth cookie, Adventurefuls. For this one, we need to choose an adventurous book. That makes sense, right? Chronicles of Narnia. I actually like The Magician's Nephew a lot. The adventures, like with the pools and the rings and hopping back and forth between the worlds and discovering Narnia and like learning about the everything leading up to the wardrobe, and then we got the White Queen in there, which always makes for an adventure, and then Aslan. Aslan. Okay, so this next cookie is the Samoa. I think these are the ones that literally have everything in them. Like they're peanut butter, chocolate, caramel, coconut, all the things. I think that's what this cookie is. I don't like these cookies, by the way. I have had these too. If they would have left the coconut off, I probably would have loved them because I love peanut butter, I love chocolate, and I love caramel. But I don't like coconut. icky. No offense to anyone that likes coconut. But so for this one, we need to share a book that blends 2 or more genres. And I'm gonna talk about a book that I talked about in my last video, in my May wrap up. If you missed that video, I'll link it down below. But the only book that I could really come up with is Submerged by Dani Petrie. I'll put a picture right here. This is Christian, it's fiction, it's history, it's suspense, it's thriller, it's romance. So it's literally got a little of everything in it. Editing Lucy here, guys. I just realized I did not talk at all about what this book is about. I am sorry. I'm really bad at remembering to give synopses. But anyway, essentially this book is about Cole and Bailey, and they are high school sweethearts, and they live in this small little town called Yancey, Alaska, which is a real town, by the way. I looked it up. And Bailey is just like a bad girl. Like, she has a really bad reputation of sleeping around, drinking a lot, getting into trouble, and Bailey hurts Cole a lot. And after graduation, she flees Yancey. Like, she gets the heck out of there. Years later, something happens that requires Bailey to come back to Yancey. And in the time that she's been away, she has become a Christian. She has come to the Lord. She has turned her life around. But the town still sees her as this bad girl. And so while she's back, she has to kind of, like, figure out a way to right some wrongs and deal with these feelings for Cole that are resurfacing. But also, there's this mystery that happens, and she gets recruited to help solve this mystery. And it's a really good book. Okay, back to the original. Okay, let's move on to cookie number 6, which is Do-si Do's. Do-si Do's. Apparently this is a controversial cookie. It's like a peanut butter cookie that has peanut butter in it. And some people either really love it or they really hate it. And so for this one, we need to share either a book that you love that everyone seems to hate, or a book that you hate that everyone seems to love. And I have a hard time with this prompt because I don't like the word hate. I find it it's a very strong word. The author that came to mind was Becca Kinzer, but I don't hate her. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hate Dear Henry, Love Edith. I didn't hate Love in Tandem. I didn't particularly like them, and a lot of people really do, but I don't hate them. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like I've read anything that I like and that I'm like, oh yes, I love this, that other people have been like, oh, that's terrible, I hated it. The only thing I can really think of is the Harry Potter series, because I feel like in the Christian booktube, you're either pro Harry Potter or you're anti Harry Potter. There's really nothing in between. You're either like, oh yeah, Harry Potter's cool, Harry Potter's great, and then there's other people on the other side of the fence who are like, Harry Potter's evil, Harry Potter's terrible, it's the occult, it's the devil. And so I am on this side of the fence. I love Harry Potter personally, and that's just where I follow my conviction. So I guess I could say that one. But again, I don't feel like everyone hates Harry Potter. I don't feel like everyone's anti-Harry Potter in the Christian community. I feel like there's just, there's this divided line, and you're either on one side of the fence or the other. I just happen to be on this side. This was really the only thing that I can think of besides the Becca Kinzer books. And again, I just don't want to talk trash about Becca Kinzer because I don't hate her and I don't hate her books. So I had a lot of trouble with this question. I'm sorry, Melinda, if I'm not doing this question any justice, but I'm really, really sorry. I'm really sorry, Melinda. Thin Mints, one of your all-time favorite books. This is a book that I've never talked about here on my channel before, and that is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I feel like this is going to be another controversial book because there's content in here that is questionable, but it is very dear to me. I love this book so much. So much so that I have 3 copies of it. I just love Atticus Finch so much. He's probably my favorite protagonist of all time. I know he's a very controversial protagonist, especially since the release of Ghost at a Watchman, but I refuse to read that because I just want to keep him up on this pedestal and maintain the adoration for him that I have. I love the way that he fathered Scout and Jem. I love his convictions with representing this man despite what his neighbors and society was telling him. I really love the writing. It's so beautiful. You guys, I love Atticus Finch so much that I named my betta fish in college after him. I named it Atticus. My fish. Atticus Fish. That is how much I love this character. So please don't come at me with comments about why he's not a good character. I don't really want to hear it, okay? I'm sorry if I'm getting snappy, but I'm very passionate about this. He's my favorite character of all time. Please don't ruin it for me. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Question number 8 is tagalongs. So you're supposed to tag some fellow booktubers to play along. I have quite a few that I want to tag. I really feel passionately about helping each other out here on BookTube, especially in the Christian community. So I'm going to be tagging the people who I think need a little bit more love here on BookTube. So first I would like to tag Katrie over at Book Nerd Katrie. I'm going to tag Ashley over at Ashley Ray Reads, Morgan over at Morgan's Endless Bookshelves, Samantha over at Faith and Books, Bethany at Bethany's Bookshelf, Cheryl over at Candlewick Library, Elma at Elma's Book Journey. Girl, you tagged me to do the 54321 tag quite a while ago. I promise that is coming. The last one I want to tag is Caitlin over at Chronicles of a Book Nerd. I will tag all these ladies down below. Please go bless all of them with a sub if you haven't already. And yes, that is my take on the Girl Scout cookie book tag. It's a little bit of a hot mess, but that is okay. I'm very, very excited. Thank you again, Celestria, so much for tagging me, girl. I love you so much. I appreciate you. I love all of you guys so much. It's really late here in Minnesota. I'm getting kind of sleepy and giddy, so I'm just going to sign off. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Another video. Bye.